From his karting days to his current position in Formula One, Max Verstappen has shown that he is a skilled and talented driver that deserves to be racing at the pinnacle of motorsports. Influenced by his father, an ex-Formula One driver Jos Verstappen, the new world champion has shown expectations of a long-term career, as he was the youngest driver to drive for a Formula One seat in Toro Rosso at the age of 17 in 2015. And 1 year later he joined the Red Bull team at the Spanish Grand Prix. Horner said, "Max has proven to be an outstanding young talent. His performance at Torro Rosso has been impressive so far, and we are pleased to give him the opportunity to drive for Red Bull Racing." With the years passing in the Red Bull, Max Verstappen's reputation skyrocketed as he became more popular among F1 fans and a national hero for the Dutch and his Orange Army. It was in 2021 that in the last race at Abu Dhabi, after a controversial decision from the stewards, he overtook rival and 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton in the last lap, grabbing his first World Drivers' Championship. As a new champion, not only the fans but also the drivers from the current grid have opinions, and some of them have spoken their minds about the Dutch in public. You surely will be shocked to hear what other F1 drivers have to say about the Flying Dutchman, so don't go anywhere. In Formula One, your biggest rival is your teammate, since both of you race in almost identical machines and the need to outperform the other is always there. However, there are cases when a driver has to act as a second for the first one to perform at his best, even letting him pass. While the above conditions are true between Checo and Max, they both seem to enjoy this working relationship. Sure, there were cases that Perez had to hold back for Max, but the Mexican proved to be cooperative with the team without causing trouble for Red Bull and Max. Moreover, he seems like he enjoys his role and has nothing but praise to give to the current world champion. Perez said, "Max is very good. He is a very complete driver. He has skills that no other driver in Formula One has." Let's talk about one of his recent and most famous rivals, Lewis Hamilton. It wasn't easy for Lewis Hamilton to accept defeat in the manner he lost his potential 8th world championship, surpassing Michael Schumacher. The 2021 season showed us climactic battles between Lewis and Max, but there were cases where both shared heated moments, like crashing in Silverstone, Monza and Saudi Arabia. While they showed that they respect each other outside the track in front of the public, both of them recognized that they don't have a great relationship between them, as they both admitted that they hated each other. In the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix of 2021, there were cases in which both drivers came close to each other. The pair crashed on lap 37 when Hamilton crashed into Verstappen, who was slowing down. In a post-race interview, Hamilton said, "I've come across a lot of different characters, and there's a few at the top which are over the limit. Rules kind of don't apply, or they don't think of the rules. I've avoided collisions on so many occasions with a guy. I don't always mind being the one that does that, because you live to fight another day, which I obviously did." In the new season where Hamilton is not the main rival of the new champion, it seems that Lewis is rooting for Charles Leclerc, as he is now Verstappen's current rival for this season. After the French Grand Prix, the Briton expressed his sadness about Leclerc's DNF and advised Ferrari to keep focus. Speaking of Leclerc and rivalries, did you know that they are old rivals? Their rivalry, and a very heated one, started very early in their karting years. In 2012, both Leclerc and Verstappen got disqualified after an incident, and their rivalry started ever since. With Verstappen getting a head start in Formula One, Leclerc managed to catch up with him in 2019 when he signed with Ferrari. In the current season, their rivalry reignited again, but on different terms this time. Both drivers seem mature, and while they can battle it out on the track, they both seem to enjoy this rivalry. Moreover, both drivers will defend the other in case of a mistake, just as happened in the French Grand Prix, where Leclerc, leading the race, crushed the car into the barriers. In Imola, both drivers admitted that they didn't like each other in the beginning, but now they have matured, they admit that the respect between them is there. Leclerc's quoted, "We have matured a lot, we are much older, even though we are still 25 years old, which is still quite young. At that time some episodes made us hate each other, but then you grow up. We've both achieved one of our dreams, which was to arrive in Formula One, so it's great now to be fighting in Formula One, and there's a lot of respect for each other. So yes, it has changed, for sure." Staying on the Ferrari grounds, we have Carlos Sainz, as his relationship with Max is one of the most misunderstood in Formula One. Both of them joined the world of Formula One in 2015, driving for Torro Rosso, and their partnership didn't start well. Both were aiming to outperform each other, trying to gain the favour of the team. There were even rumours that their relationship was considered a toxic one, which Sainz denied, telling that he had really pleasant memories of his time with Toro Rosso. Additionally, he added that they were only fierce in the circuit since both of them were new in Formula One. And off-track, they had a really good relationship. Now, in 2022, with a Spaniard in Ferrari, they both seem to get back to the rivalry, as both Ferrari and Red Bull are contenders for the championship. But this time, both understand that they have both changed, and they can have a healthy rivalry. Carlos said, "Max and I were both new to the team in sport and therefore had no experience. I think Max and I are completely different drivers than we were back then. You can see that in our actions on the track." Speaking of old teammates, how can one forget Daniel Ricciardo? Max and Daniel had been teammates since 2016 in Red Bull. While they were close from the beginning of their partnership, there were tensions, with the highlight of 2018 in Baku crashing into each other. However, Ricciardo admits that these tensions were more motivation rather than rivalry and helped both of them improve as drivers. Moreover, both of them offered us really funny moments off track, and both seemed to get along pretty well even when they went their separate ways. When asked in 2021 who was most likely to win the Drivers' Championship, Ricciardo answered, "People like a new face, so I see Max becoming the more popular champion. It would be his first title, something different. That would be exciting for everyone." Well, it seems the Aussie got his wish come true. Lastly, we have George Russell. The young Briton joined Mercedes this year, and he showed amazing driving and consistency, placing himself in the top spots in every race. With such performance earning 2 consecutive podiums in France and Hungary, there is no doubt that he will have a few battles with Max. However, it seems that he's not a big fan of the champion's aggressive driving style. In the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, the new Mercedes driver didn't hold back his opinion, expressing it in his own way. Russell said on the radio, "Verstappen is driving in an erratic manner. Now that Mercedes has started to have a better pace, it seems like in the future there might be more complaints from the young Briton." What do you think about Max Verstappen? Write your opinion in the comments. Moreover, feel free to leave a like on the video. And if you want more Formula One content, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to never miss any content from us.